Hey guys, I recently did a video on a company, we'll call them company number one, because we're going to talk about a few different companies here, but I recently did a video on company one and said, hey, I'm having this issue with them, I'm having issues getting parts, and I wanted the public to be aware of that. And my issue originally was not just that we were having an issue getting parts, it was that this same company was also continuing to sell other products with that part in it. And none of my suppliers were willing to just pull that part out and give it to us. And I've had some of you say, well, you should just do that, Josh. But it's easy to say that, you know, when you don't own a small heating and air business and every penny counts. And of course, we could just be buying equipment to, you know, do things like that and keep the inventory. But in this case, I felt like that company one should have, instead of continuing to sell products with this part in it, give us that part, right? The part's not on back order. You have enough of them to continue to sell the air handlers with that part in it. And that was my whole issue. And so I said in that original video, once this gets rectified, once the problem is solved, I'm going to take this video down as long as they handle everything professionally. And so now they have, now they have made it right. We eventually got the part. Now, one of the emails we received about this, so someone emailed us, my team was showing me this morning, and said, well, isn't it nice, isn't it great that you're able to make a video and get special treatment about this company and then just take the video down? Well, that's not what happened. I wish it was. I wish I was that important, but that's not what happened. What happened was our supplier finally got some of this part in. So company one did not send me the part directly. They did not bend over backwards or do anything special for me. I do know there are influencers out there that will do things like that, expect special treatment just because they have a following of some kind. And I don't even think I'm that big of a deal to, get that kind of treatment anyway, even if I, was to throw a fit and so on. So that's not what happened here. We just eventually got the part and I took the video down because company one handled it professionally. And so you might ask, why does that matter? Well, I think there's a couple reasons. I'm going to give you two reasons why I took the video down. The first reason is I had a company a couple years ago, well, about a year ago. We'll call them company two, just so we can keep them, separate here. And company number two, we posted a video, and a very not flattering video of them, just exposing a few things. And this company has a thin-skinned, immature owner who then attacked me. He went after Griffin Air. He said some things about me personally, leaving reviews on our Google website, our Google presence, leaving bad reviews there. And then they also did it on the Better Business Bureau. Eventually, after talking to them and trying to work things out, I never actually got to speak to this owner. He was, I don't know, I don't want to call him a coward, but he never spoke to me directly. He had his executives reach out to me and we had multiple meetings, and I eventually took that video down. They took their reviews down, their reviews that were attacking Griffin Air. They took them down, so I took the video down. And so I learned a hard lesson there, to be honest with you. And the lesson I learned is the more my income is directly related to how well Griffin Air does, then the more I need to watch what I say. The less I have, the less freedom of speech that I have. I don't have a First Amendment right when it comes to that as a business owner, because there are consequences for what I say. So I learned that the hard way. And so the more this continues to do well, the more I continue to get support here on YouTube, the more the channel grows and the better off we do with this, the more honest I can be, the less my income is directly tied to how well Griffin Air does. So the better this does, the more you guys support me, the more honest I can be. And so because of how company number two handled the whole thing, what I learned was I'm still going to be honest. I'm still going to share information with you guys, especially if I think it's, something that affects you. I'm not going to hide. But what I learned is when I had company number one, who obviously fell short, they handled it what I would call professionally. They didn't go and attack my business because of something that I was experiencing. I remember years ago, there was an airline who had I think it was an Instagram influencer, have a video go viral because of how they were being treated on a flight. And so this, airline did all these things to try to make it right. And my question to that airline or the person that posted that video is, would you have handled it the same way had the video not gone viral? Had the video just had 100 views? Probably not. Again, this is one of those deals where I'm not going to get on here and bash every company that has a problem with their supply chain. Currently, I'll call them company 3. I've got a company that I'm waiting on a part for. It's an old part that they no longer make the product. So in contrast, from company 1, they're not continuing to sell air handlers with this part in it. This is a part that they haven't made for a while, and there's a delay on it. You know, we've had to wait a couple months now to get this part that we need. So I didn't rush to my YouTube channel and bash the company. That's not my goal here. My goal is to warn folks when I see things that they should be warned about. Getting back to the matter at hand, I took the video down. Company number 1, I felt like, in contrast from company number 2 who attacked us, company number 1 handled it professionally. They did the best they could. They eventually got the parts and sent it to our supplier, who then got the parts to us. I felt like that, you know, because they handled it the way they did, and because they're trying to make things better, I felt like I would take the video down. I said that in the video originally anyway. I said I was going to take the video down, and so I did. You know, once they made it right, and they handled it right, and they handled it professionally, I took the video down. So again, I didn't get any special treatment. Nobody saw my little tiny YouTube channel and said, oh, we're gonna treat him special because we don't need this negative PR out there. That's not what happened. I'm not that big of a deal. And I would even challenge, if you are a heating and air business out there, like the one that emailed us, if you think that's the way you get things you want, and you want to make videos to get what you want, then do that. Feel free, you know. I didn't do that, you know. I did not get special treatment, and, you know, if you think that's the way it works, then maybe you should. Maybe you should make videos, and maybe you'll get what you want. The other thing with all of this is, I remember years ago, I'll wrap up with this. Another YouTuber had posted a video about a company, and it's actually, ironically, company number 3 that I was talking about in this video. But they did a video on a company, and they bashed them. That they did not hold back, and they just laid it all out there why they don't sell this particular brand. And so he later had to post a video where he basically said, hey, you know, I had to take that down because they weren't going to sell parts to me anymore. They had said, you know, you've gotten on here, you've bashed us, and it's our right to not sell to you now. And so we're not going to sell parts to you because you're saying bad things about us. Yes, we have the First Amendment, but in contrast, it does not necessarily mean that there's no consequences for the things you say, especially on the internet when everyone can see it. So because of that, I've learned that just because every time every little thing happens at Griffin Air, I'm not just gonna run on here and just get on here and just bash companies and burn bridges. That's not how you get what you want. But I will say, the more you guys support me, the more the channel grows. Again, the more honest I can be. The more I can tell folks, hey, this company is falling short in this way or that way, and not have to worry about those bridges anymore. Anyway, I hope that helps. I didn't get any special treatment. Anybody that thought that, I was actually surprised that anyone even noticed that I took the video down. You know, my team was telling me, hey, we got this email, and I was like, really? You know, I'm just really surprised to hear that. So we're gonna probably respond to that email with, you know, just send them this video instead of doing this back and forth and trying to explain ourselves. I'm not going to do that. So anyway, again, guys, I do appreciate your supporting us. I feel like we are doing some good things here. We've helped some folks. We've helped folks avoid some of the issues that some homeowners deal with when they're buying heating and air systems. And the more you support us, the more we can do that. There's so much stuff out there. You might say, well, Josh, eventually you're going to run out. That there's only there's a finite amount of content that you can make about all the things in the heating and air industry that are wrong, or people taking advantage of other people. And I can tell you that we haven't even, you know, gotten to the tip of the iceberg yet. There's so much that we are going to be covering over the next several years. I've already got things planned out, things for you guys, and things that I think are going to help you when it comes to buying a heating and air system. That said, thank you for your support. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. We'll see you next time.